After a really good night's sleep in Otu, we left our campsite early the next morning and found ourselves driving through the low clouds as we climbed the mountains to our next destination. We were going to have a couple of nights, just us time. A treat was in store. It was going to be a tent, but it wasn't going to be our tent. When we reached the bottom of the village, we were given directions by our host to keep going up and keep turning right. We couldn't actually see much of a view as the roads took us up the twists and turns. We were excited to see our sleep for the night. Hello, so we are having a little treat. We are staying on top of a mountain virtually. We've got 2 nights here. We just thought we'd do something very different. We're near Chiang Mai and we're about to cook some supper. I'll show you what we're doing. So we've got some pork, octopus, some fish. We've got oil sizzling. Just give me a tub of oil. Of course we've got the beer, and some cabbage leaves and chilli no doubt in there. And this is our view for our supper tonight. How lucky are we? Just so beautiful. So we are actually staying in that tonight, and we have a bath. We can have hot water and have a nice soak in the bath if we so wish. And just look at that view.
Last morning here, and oh wow, it's been fantastic. Nice place to have breakfast.
Our 2-night stay had been fabulous, and it was really sad to leave our little home on a hill. We had kicked back and relaxed. We enjoyed our breakfast, we packed up Otu, and then started our journey down the winding, narrow mountain road. We took our time, and we made sure we enjoyed the views for the very last time. On the road to the national park, we stopped off for a coffee, and lo and behold, there was a car wash. We really struggled to find a car wash that Otu can actually fit under, so we pulled in and got to work. The muddy, dusty roads had really covered the truck, and a lot of elbow grease was going to be needed to get Otu shining again.
Good morning. I don't know if you can hear the noises. Can you hear the screeching noises? This is the national park noise. Again, we've been camping alone. Nobody here. We had a good night's sleep. No noises that we were too worried about. It's a safe place. There's no electric here. There's some toilets over on the far side. They're okay. They're all right. The backdrop of this area is just stunning.
This campsite was so peaceful. We were only here one night, but could quite happily have stayed longer. Just us and nature. We were off to be tourists for the day. We had 3 places lined up to visit. Hello! Well, we're at a white temple, famous in Chiang Rai and a must-do, allegedly, if you're up in this area. So we've come, Wat Rung Kun Temple, White Temple. And the guy who designed it is this guy here. We are going to have a wander around, a little bit of history about this temple. It was opened in 1997 to the public. Before then, the temple was just complete disarray, Buddhist temple. And there was no funds to do anything with it. And this local artist, the guy I've just shown you, can't say his name, very complicated name, he decided, I'm going to invest in this. I love this area. He wanted a learning space for people to learn about the religion and the culture about Buddhist monks. But he also wanted people to have meditation time and time to just be. So he invested 40 million baht, and it's still not finished. Apparently it won't be finished till 2070. So we're going to have a look around and see what it's all about. Looking forward to it. Nice to be a tourist for a day. The area was vast to explore. The whiteness of the temple sort of blinded you. But we tried to focus on the surroundings. First, we were drawn to the tranquil running water, the chiming of the bell. The draw to a state of meditation was really evident. We strolled slowly, and despite the number of visitors, you didn't feel it was too crowded, and you could enjoy the relaxing moments. So from a distance, it looks like it's really, really sparkling and it's porcelain, but basically it's bits of glass that they're using to make it glitter. It's absolutely amazing to watch and look at. The intricate detail was evident throughout this temple. We were mesmerised by how much it glittered, how it shone, and how it made you gasp in wonder. The attention to detail was so clearly evident. Where did the artist get his inspiration from? The green and blossoming trees were a stark contrast and caught your eye just as much as the temple.
We've paid a short visit to this place.
It's an amazing place to visit. I'm glad we did. Full of tourists. Our next stop was to visit a village where a group of ladies lived with their children. The group are called the Long Neck Karen tribe. Now, there'd been mixed reviews online, but we were curious to find out the truth for ourselves.
We've parked up and we're just coming to have a little look at a Karen village, and some of the history for this is fascinating and amazing, but let's have a look around first.
There were a few tribes to visit, and as we wandered around the villages, we felt very privileged to be able to wander through these tiny, dusty homes where the families lived and worked. Their homes were simple but functional. The women were hard at work, and the children were exploring and running the streets freely. But we saw no men. No husbands, no grandfathers. Where were they? As we walked and discovered more, these women were actually refugees from Myanmar, and the men had been called up to fight in the National Army in the Civil War. Each lady had a story to tell. They each had a purpose, and we felt humbled that we could interact and learn about their story and their life. We enjoyed watching the children helping their mums, and we enjoyed watching how they made their gifts to sell. And we gave what we could to support in our simple way.
Ah, that's your colour. I think they're all of them now. Yeah. Good boy. All right, so you would have seen some of the video then, and what we haven't told you so far is all of these tribes, there's different tribes here, and all of them are from Myanmar, and they're refugees from Myanmar, and the charitable organisation helps to fund them, getting them back on the ground, and that's where all of that funding comes from, and all of the tourist information to build them up and help them to get back on their feet again. But there's also life going on, isn't there?
Yeah, to start with, I felt they were pushing to sell their gear, and I understand why. However, I'm not a fan of that. I'm there to support them, but don't push on. But when we actually got to the Karen tribe, the Long Neck tribe, they were just sat doing their work.
No pushy.
Smiling. Sadika, hello, with the beautiful children.
Yes.
And when we read then the information and what that's all about, we spent, no more than £10. And now I want to go buy some more.
Yeah, we it's almost as if you feel pressurised to spend some things and buy things, and you come away thinking, I feel pressurised, this hard sell. But when you realise it's what it's for, it's to help the communities, these refugees who've come from Myanmar, and helping them to get their lives back in order.
And it wasn't all of them. It was just one little tribe right at the beginning. The rest were, they weren't trying to sell their wares. They were pleased to see us. I think they were surprised to see us at this time of day because it's boiling hot. Yeah. But it was lovely just to see them where they lived, their families with their children. Yeah. It was really beautiful.
So, a good experience.
Oh, lovely experience. And I'm glad we bought a lovely scarf. We bought little things for the truck.
Yeah.
Purposeful. Yeah. Which is really
a fridge magnet, which we'll stick on our plastic fridge.
We did buy something to put on, but we've got limited space.
We have.
So. Our final stop for the day was where 3 countries meet by a river.
So the different waters here are fascinating, because where we are right now is called the Golden Triangle, and there are 3 countries' borders that meet on this triangle. Right there, right in that middle, where the water changes colour. down through the side here, there's a border on that side. That area over there in the mountains, that's Myanmar. Over that side is Laos, and I'm standing in Thailand.
We were on our way to one more sleep before crossing into Laos. We had loved Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, and they had left us with lasting memories of northern Thailand. Will we be back in Thailand at any point? Why not like and subscribe and join us next time to find out, because the chances are pretty strong.